Hey everyone. I had a couple things in my mind. I just wanted to talk about it, get it off my mind. And somehow I've just been thinking about it. I mean, if your life is not peaceful and beautiful and abundant, if your life's not everything that you want it to be, then change where you are. If where you are is not peaceful, if where you are is not beautiful, if where you are is not abundant, change where you are. Sometimes that means changing the people that are in your life, changing the place where you're working at. If it's not giving you, sticking at a dead end job, you're just a tool. I've been at the trade that I'm at. I've been there for 25 years. If something happens to me and I get hurt, I break my leg, something happens to me, I'll be replaced within the week. Know this: everyone is replaceable. Your boss, the CEO of the company, everyone is replaceable. You have to work. You have to work to make ends meet. I understand that, but if you're miserable, if where you are in your life is not beautiful, if where you are is not abundant, if where you are is not peaceful, change where you are. You are the master of your life. I can't stress that enough. Instead of complaining about things, you know who complains? Who complains about things? Who complains about things is people who can't do anything about it. People complain because you're trying to raise attention so that somebody else can come and fix the problems in your life. But guess what? The most liberating thing that I can say to you, that I told to myself, no one's coming to save you. No one really cares. A little bit to some extent, but when it really comes down to it, no one really cares. If it's going to inconvenience them too much, I don't really care. That's a very liberating thing when you really think about it. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's coming to save you. People might give you a pat on the back. They might give you a hand up. People might listen to your story, but no one's really coming. And it's not their place to do that. They have their own problems. They have their own life. They have their own journey that they're walking on. Your life, your journey, your hardships are yours. No one's coming. No one's coming to save you. You have everything you need inside of yourself to save yourself. Stop giving your power away to other people. Make your life beautiful. Number one, go back to touching on another. Number one, know what you want. Set a mind to get out. You have to develop a mindset. Set your mind on what you want. Set your mind, not what you want so much as set your mind on the kind of person that you want to be. That's the most important. That's the something that will never vary. Set your mind on the kind of person that you want to be, what kind of lifestyle that you want to have. Which, me personally, I wouldn't say I like suffering, but I like to test myself. I like to see how much I can take. So I'll put myself in situations. How much can I endure? How much can I take? Because I think you need to know the measure of ourselves. How long could I go? I like fasting. I'm kind of big into fasting. So how long can I go without eating till my body just needs to eat? How long can I go without drink? How long can I be still without moving? How long can I just endure this thing? So it's like mind over matter, because you really find out a lot about yourself. That your mind is, your body's weak. You really find out that your body's really weak. It's a crybaby. So you can't just give over to every whim of your body. It's a really weak, whiny crybaby thing. It's the weakest part. You have three bodies: your mental body, your physical body, and then your energy body. Your physical body is a weak crybaby, narcissistic. It wants to be pampered and cared for. Then your mind is pretty strong. You can develop your mind through intellect and just mental strength, mental tenacity. You can develop quite a bit of mental strength, but it's no comparison to your energy body, to the source of your being. When both your mind and your body can bend to the will of your spirit, you're unstoppable. When you set your will, to you will be like this. So make up in your mind, what kind of person do you want to be? And then make your mind and body get in line and make that happen. And then realize it's no one needs to save you. You have everything you need to save yourself. Be the person you want to be. Be the man you want to be. Be the change that you need, that needs to happen. Instead of waiting for somebody to come and change things so things can be better, you be the change. If there's nothing around, instead of waiting for somebody to invent the tool that needs to be invented, so that you invent the tool that you need to finish your job. And I'm just saying that as far as an analogy to be in your life. If you need a change in your life, don't wait for the pastor to tell you what to do. You don't need a therapist to tell you what you need to do. Sometimes therapy helps you to get through rough situations. But when it comes down to it, we know what we need to do. No one has exactly walked in your shoes. It's your life. No one has really walked. It's your journey. My journey is not your journey. I can't tell you how to be. I can't tell you what to do. It's because I don't see things the same way that you see them. I don't feel the same way that you feel. But trust yourself. Know that you're strong beyond your wildest imagination. Know that you're capable of great things. We need help along the way, so don't seek the counsel of lesser men. Seek the counsel of great men. Look to the ancient ways, because the ancient ways they're less I'd say less watered down. They're less, I don't know, there's less interpretation. The further back you go to antiquity, the less translations were involved. I would say you get purer to the source of where the teachings come from. I'm talking about, listen to great men. A few of them, you always like them, just for you young men out there, or even young women as well, but this is just a little bit more applicable to young men. The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. He was a great emperor of Rome, at that time, the greatest country, the greatest empire on the face of the earth. And this was him as an old man at the end of his reign. Were just writings to himself, things that he needed to improve on, things that he wished he would have done, things that he was just writing to himself, is notations to himself to how to be. And you know what the most thing he was afraid of? As a great man, the greatest empire in the world at that time, his greatest fear was his ego. That's something to keep in mind. It's your own egos. It's a sneaky thing. Civilizations have come to ruin. Civilizations have come to ruin because of an ego. If you think you're someone important, then you get offended and you act all stupid about it. But if once you realize in the great scheme of things that we're nobody special. You're nobody important. You're just you alone walking this journey, trying to make a way for you and your family and those around you. Once you realize that you're nobody, nobody's words, a lesser person's words they don't have no space, and don't give people power over you. If some idiot driving down the street hollers out some crazy thing, some obscene thing at you, that's a person that is not in a good mood. They're having a bad day. They're trying to ruin everybody else's day because they're having a bad time. Don't give it a second thought. Don't let that person under your skin. You're having a coworker that's being however they're being. Don't let that person have power over you. Don't let that person in your space. Just take their words, or I'm sorry you're having a bad day, or just whatever. Don't say anything. Keep your distance if you can. Sometimes, and if it's like a sister or a brother or mom or dad or husband or wife, you might. I mean, especially I'm not talking about necessarily Ray, you can't, but if it's like a brother or sister, mom or dad, you could start limiting your contact with that person. My husband or wife is kind of a different situation. You're living in the same spot, but yay, some serious talking needs to happen. You know, you take charge of your life. You be the change. It is your life. There's no sense to walk through this life if you want to suffer. If you want to see how much you can endure, that's a different thing. But you're going into with a conscious mindset to walking to this. I'm walking into the fire. Gold is purified through walking through fire. So you can use anything to become enlightened with. A person that's on the pathway to enlightenment can watch a bird fly across the sky and become enlightened by that. You can hear the hammer ring. You can there's a sound of discord, a hammer ringing on a piece of steel, which is discord. It's a hammer. It's a banging, obnoxious sound. But you can turn that hammer ringing on a piece of steel into an enlightening moment. Pythagoras, I won't get into the whole story, but Pythagoras figured out the circumference of the earth. He figured out the sound that the earth made as it rotated around the sun. He figured out the sound, the 432 hertz. He figured out that sound by hearing a hammer bang a piece of steel. So you can achieve enlightenment by anything if you're on the pathway to enlightenment. So an obnoxious person at work, somebody cutting you off in traffic, a disrespectful spouse, troubles that are just plaguing your daily life, anything, you decide whether that becomes a stumbling block in your life or it becomes a stepping stone in your life. That's up to you. You have the power. Realize your power. Don't give your power away to someone else. Know that you have everything that you need. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. In the weapons of in the armor, what it says, I can't think of the man who wrote the book. The book is called As a Man Thinketh. It says, in the armory of our minds, we forge the weapons by which we destroy ourselves, or the tools by which we build ourselves up. You decide whether it's a hurtful, destructive thing, or if it's something that motivates you. Suffering, chaos, struggle, all these things, it could be something that holds you back, or it can be the fire that's lit under your ass to get you up, to motivate you to change, to be different. When something is not good, you should move to make it better and realize that no one is going to make it better for you. You have to make it better. And you might be the one to make it better for everyone else. Sometimes you got to be the light in the darkness. Sometimes you got to be the one standing against everyone else. So that's just kind of what I was thinking, and didn't mean to go on that long, but yeah, be the change, be the one to be the light in the darkness. You start the motion. You have everything you need, and when you really start changing when you start changing your frequency, when you start changing your vibrational way of living and being and thinking, you'll start resonating at a higher frequency. Then you start realizing, whoa, I'm not alone here. There's a lot of people like this. And then things will kind of naturally fall away. The things that didn't need to be, the things that don't fit you anymore will naturally fall away. And new fits will come along. New people in your life. You'll start attracting new people in your life. New opportunities in your life. And that's really what it comes down to it. And not necessarily instead of waking up every day ready for struggle, you'll start waking up every day blissful and happy of the life that you're living because you've made this change. And then guess what? Because you're blissful and happy, people will like being around you. The people that you really want to be in your life will be in your life more. Maybe your future wife will contact you because you don't need anybody. That's the thing. You don't need her. You're not looking in a place of desperation, but you are just comfortable with yourself. You begin to love yourself. You begin to love your life. And then this person that you meet is a genuine connection. You don't need anything from that person. You just love their company. You love the way they make you feel. You're just vibing with them. You don't need them to come and rescue you. You don't need them to come and save you from your miserable life. You're just you're living your best life, and you're finding this person who's living their best life, and then you get two people. You see what I'm saying? When you're looking from a state of desperation, no one wants to rescue nobody. That's too much time and energy. But if you're comfortable in yourself and you're powerful and you're happy and you're blissful, then all of a sudden you become someone that everyone wants to be around. And then and then also you got choices, you got opportunities. Sorry, hey, I'm already talking to somebody. I already got like 10 job opportunities already. I already got like 3 people I'm talking to. Thank you for the concern. Thank you for your time. But not all of a sudden you're turning people away because everyone wants you. Everyone's interested in you now. You're not trying to, please hang out with me. Please look at me. Please talk to me. No, now you're like, because you've made peace with yourself, you're living a life in harmony and balance. Now your cup is full. It's running over. Everyone wants to be, what's that person doing? What do they got going on in their life? I want to be next to that person. See what I'm saying? You're not chasing a dream. You're living your dream, and everyone wants to be a part of it because you got it going on. See what I'm saying? It's all just a mindset, but first comes down to knowing what you want. And then living it. Don't worry about, don't never make a decision based on I want, I need, I gotta have. Don't ever make a decision based on it. You just set your mind to what you want and go after it and do it and be. You have to do things to get things. So you have to start taking actions. And if something doesn't work, change it. It's as simple as that. If it doesn't work, change it. You have to create value in yourself. Everyone's born we don't know how to speak, we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to walk, we don't know how to move, we can't feed ourselves, we can't do anything. Everyone's born just blank, empty. We start learning, and immediately as soon as you come out, you're learning how to move, you're learning how to talk, you find your voice, and you find your voice. All of a sudden, some people want to express themselves through sound. They start singing. They want to become musicians. They want to dance. They embrace music. Some people, I want to be wealthy, so they start chasing money. They want nice things, and some people want quietness. Some people love teaching and helping other people. Everything's in a state of expansion. Everything is in a state of moving. How do you want to expand? Know yourself. How do you want to expand yourself? Do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to entertain other people? Do you want to teach? Do you want to just teach? Do you want to embrace nature? Do you want to be in anything? It's always a state of being the best version of yourself. So whatever path you take, be the best version. Embrace it. Like going back, if your hand finds something to do it with all your might. If you're going to be, some people just want to walk this world and be a minimalist. They want to walk this world and just experience everything that this world is. Make just enough money to go to the next place and hop on a boat and experience the world. What's life like in India? What's it like in Africa and Asia and Russia and South America? And there's nothing wrong with anybody's life. My choice doesn't necessarily mean it's good. It's not a good fit for you. Your choice isn't a good fit for me. But number one, what do you want? But you have to go after it. Don't expect anyone to come and help you. Don't get upset at anyone if they don't make the time to help you. Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's drowning. Everyone's on a fight to expand their own self. Some people are shooting stars. They're just on a rise, a pathway to success. Don't expect them to stop there. Don't even get in their way. Don't expect them to stop and turn around and help you and just drag a bunch of losers up to no, they're not going to. They're going to help you. If they have time to turn back and give you some advice and help you along your way, thank them. But don't be upset if they don't. They're on their own pathway. You figure out your own pathway. And sometimes if it doesn't work, sometimes just be content where you are. Everything I do, sometimes you just stop and look around. Wow, I have everything I need. I have everything I have. I'm safe. I got a beautiful family. I got a beautiful wife. I have beautiful kids. I have my beautiful job. If you really stop and look, man, life's pretty dang good. But if it's not, well, maybe my wife's just she's nagging, she's spending all my money, she's bitchy, she's talking with other people all the time, doesn't respect me, then she's not the one for you. Change it. Do something about it. My kids hate me. My kids don't respect. They don't respect me. They don't listen to me. Gain control. If a man cannot control his own house, if a man cannot rule his own house, how can you? If you can't rule your own self, if you don't have mastery over your own self, how are you going to rule your house? If you can't rule your house, how are you going to be anything in this world? Sometimes we try to grow too fast. Sometimes like master yourself, and once your cup on yourself is filling over, then you can take on a family. Once you take on a family, once your family's in, you got a wife that respects you, you have kids that respect you, you have respect in your own close circles, you have respect. Then you can move on. You know, respect in your job place, your respect among. Then you become whatever. You become like a team leader. You become a man among men. You have men that you become a leader, that a person that your peers respect. You become a valued member of your team in your workplace. Then you move on from there. Then you become a valued member of your community, and then you're whatever. I mean, how far do you want to take it? It's up to you. It's all up to you. How's your journey? Where's your journey take you? But you have to figure out your journey. You have everything you need. Look to the teachings of old. How to carry yourself as a man. How to carry yourself as a woman. How to be. How to master your emotions. That's the biggest thing of just human nature. How to master your emotions. Don't just give over there. You feel pissed. You feel mad about something. You don't need to spout off. You don't need to tell everybody how you feel all the time. No one cares. No one really cares, because they're feeling their own way. That's what therapists are for. You're paying them money to tell them how you feel. Obviously, you need to tell somebody. Tell a therapist. That's what they're getting paid for. You don't need to come home to your spouse every day and just unload your shitty day on them. You unload your shitty day on them. Now what are they supposed to do with it? Now they feel shitty. You just took your burden and threw it on them. It's kind of disrespectful, really, when you think about it. You took your crap, took it off, threw it on them. Now they got to deal with it. Now what? They're mad about people they don't even know. They're mad at your coworkers. They made you feel bad. Sometimes you just suck it up. Sometimes you don't have to say everything. If you really need to talk to somebody, just like I'm doing right now, talking to a camera, put it out there, say your things, put it out into the world. Or sometimes just light a fire. You sit out at night by yourself, light a fire, just say it out into the sky. But instead of in a complaining way, because it's only complaining. Understand this: the world is only happening inside your head. The circumstances, everything that's happening in this world, it's not happening outside of you. Everything is happening, but how you feel about it is all happening inside your head. Because everything that's happening, they're just circumstances. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not anything. You place value on it, and understand that you are the one that's placing value. So then the problem is why do I feel good about this? Why do I feel upset about this? And then it becomes a personal thing. See, you claim ownership in this problem. I feel bad about this because it's now you're hitting the nerves. You're waking up some childhood thing. You're waking up some thing that triggers me. Whatever triggers that we have like everybody has like tons of triggers. Whatever trigger that I have. Then it comes to, okay, instead of like grabbing a drink to calm down, instead of taking a little smoke to calm me down, instead of running off to a therapist to calm me down, how about let's go address this problem? Once you start looking inside, okay, this thing right here pisses me off because of this. How about let's go back to that thing that this person makes me feel? How about get rid of the problem? This thing's really stressing me out. I gotta take this pill so I can calm down. I gotta have a little sip of this drink so I can unwind, so I can't be stressed out. I gotta take a little smoke so I can calm down. How about let's get rid of the thing in our lives that are causing us to be stressed? How about let's get the stress out of my life so I don't need all that crap? You know? When it comes down to it, instead of using a coping mechanism to help me cope with life, how about let's go find the source of the problem in life, remove it from my life, therefore I don't have anything to cope with. Now I'm not struggling with life. Now I'm thriving. We're not put here on this earth to exist and to cope and to struggle. We're put here to thrive. That's the thing. We're put here to thrive. Because if I can't thrive in the lowest, we're in the 3D right now. In a physical body. We're in a physical 3D, slow, vibrational, everything's moving super slow paced. I got to do something to get something, and it takes a lot of hard action to do things. We're living in a slow, low vibrational, everything takes a super long time to happen. If I can't thrive in this environment, there's no way I'm going to be able to thrive in a 5D environment. There's no way I'm going to be able to thrive in a higher vibrational space. If I can't master my own emotions, if I can't master my own household, if I can't master the things that are around me, how can I expect to take on anything greater? If I'm struggling at arithmetic, how am I going to handle algebra? If I'm struggling in algebra, there ain't no way I'm ready for calculus. You got to handle the small. Once you're really good at doing small things, once I'm really good at biting my own tongue, it doesn't need to be in your brain, out of your mouth. Learn to have a filter. Learn to control yourself. Learn to take a deep breath. Think before you speak. Say something with intelligence. Speak with reason. Everything you do, move with a purpose. And until you can learn to master this, till we, not you, but when I say you, sorry, but when we can learn to master this, then we're ready for something bigger. Then we're ready for something more. There's so many things to learn on this place that we're in. How to be honorable, how to live with integrity, how to be brave, how to be courageous, how to be soft, how to be kind, how to be strong, how to appropriate a certain action with a certain event that happens. It's not just you can't talk to everyone the same way. I have a boy and a girl. I can't talk to my girl the same way I can talk to my boy. I can't treat my girl the same way I can treat my boy. I can't talk to my wife the same way I talk to my friend. I can't talk to my coworker the same way I can't talk. So some people are hard-headed. They need to be really bold and direct. Some people you have to have sometimes you need to sugarcoat it. Of course, you can use the excuse, they need to toughen up. Yes, they do. They need to toughen up a little. But if you, being the person of integrity, you being a person, the judge, if you being the judge are causing offense by what you're saying, the problem lies with you, the judge, not the person that's coming to you. If someone's coming to you for advice and they're afraid or they're nervous to come up to you, the problem is you. Everyone needs to take accountability for that. Everyone has their journey, but you, as maybe a person that's older and a little bit more experienced, if someone's nervous about coming up to, I think if somebody has to walk on eggshells to come up and speak to you, if they're worried about that, you have the problem. So everyone takes accountability, and everyone tries to be the best version. And however you are in your journey, if you're way above somebody else, don't look down on somebody else, because you were there too before. Your journey is taking you where you are, but their journey is where they are. Don't look at them. Don't look at them as they're bad or they're failing or they're where they are, and they have to learn lessons. And it's not always your place to teach them and show them. Sometimes people just want to tell you about their problems. It's not really your best. Bad habit I have as well. Somebody comes to you or complains about their stuff. You don't need to fix them. It's not your place to fix them. Who are you? You're setting yourself up like a counselor or a teacher above them. No. If they ask, hey, I want your advice, if they come up to you seeking your advice, yeah. But just they're just taking their burden, throwing their burden on you. Just shut your mouth, bear their burden for a minute, tell them that you feel their pain, if they're going through, if they need any help, and go on about it. It's not your job to fix them. It's not your job to tell them how to live their life. It's kind of arrogant. So, like I say, I'm kind of bad about that myself. Somebody comes up and they're just like, oh, what you need to do is it, like, who are you? Just shut up. Sit there and be sad with that person. If you, like, someone that you care about, someone that you love, be sad with them. If they're feeling pain, feel the pain with them. If they're feeling sad, you sit there and be sad with them. That's your place to understand, to empathize with them, to understand their pain, understand their sadness, or to be happy for their success as well. Don't need to tell them, when somebody tells you about their success, you don't need to tell them about your success. They're telling you, hey, I overcame this. Here, I got this job promotion. You don't need to throw some shade. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. I'm doing this. No. Be happy for their success. Be happy and tell, oh, I knew you could do it. Thank you. I appreciate whatever you did, even like whatever, it doesn't matter. Or be happy, oh, I knew you could do it. Blah, blah. You know, relate to them. Be happy for somebody's successes. Don't always need to fix people. You concentrate on yourself. Let other people walk their journey. Everybody has their own. My struggle, something that I'm struggling with might be super easy for you. Things that you're struggling with might be easy for me. It's just everybody's journey is a little bit different. We all raised different. Sometimes we're all raised in the same household, but we play different roles in the family too. Like the way I feel about things ain't necessarily the way you feel about things. Here's some of the things. I'm not going to go too long, and they're just some of the things I was thinking about. So, everybody have a good day. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Test yourself. Put yourself in uncomfortable. That's what this year is about. Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Learn to be comfortable with it. Whatever I'm nervous about doing it. Just try to do something different. Take a step. It don't have to be a drastic thing. Just take a step away. Do something that you're nervous about doing. Do it until you get good at it. Talk to people, research about it, find people around you. They're going to support you and take a chance. Speak up in the crowd, raise your hand, talk, speak your mind, find your voice, speak your mind, be brave. Don't be afraid to be the person standing against everyone else. Don't be afraid to be the voice of reason. Yeah, that's it. Have a beautiful day. I'm sitting here. It's about a new day. I just watched the new day come in. It's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Everyone just remember to appreciate the person next to you. Appreciate the person that is helping you get to where you need to be. If you're alone tonight, well, just realize that you're never alone. You got your ancestors with you. You got people that are sending you, if no one else is in your corner, I'm sending you love, sending you my best wishes. But be brave, be strong. And once you realize that you're never truly alone, that your journey might be by yourself, but realize that the life that's in you is you're sharing a common life with everything on this planet. Your life is connected to me, and my life is connected to you, and our life is connected to somebody on the other side of the world. It's not my life and your life and his life and her life. It's just all life. Everything that's alive, all life comes from one source. So everything is entangled. Everything is tangled together, coming from one source, the same life force that's keeping that star shining millions of miles away. That same force of energy that's keeping the stars shining, that's keeping our sun lighting up our planet, is the same energy source that's living in me. The same energy force is living in you. And when you quiet yourself and still yourself and just relax, settle into your life, is settle into it and just have a peace of mind. Then you realize, just quiet things. Take a moment to be quiet. Get off the phone. Stop the talking. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 hours. The whole world's asleep around me. I'm not asleep. There's a bunch of people not asleep. But I'm sitting out here underneath the stars. I've been the last 2 hours just quiet, looking up at the sky. I wonder if somebody's out on that star out there, sitting there thinking about, look, somebody might be on that star out there looking back at this little blue star. I wonder if anybody's talking out there. I wonder if anybody's awake out there. Is anybody out there? I can't be the only one. Sometimes when you're just quiet and you think, things kind of fall into place. Your purpose, sometimes your purpose in your whole, every once in a while you get like a little glimpse, it's like a little flash, a little glimpse of your place in life. What you want to do, there's a little glimpse of what you want to do. Your place in your family, the place on your job. Sometimes you get just like a little moment, just like a little resolve, and like just a little, like a kick, like a little nudge or a push in the direction that you need to go or you want to go. That happens when you just settle yourself and you're gonna put your busy life aside. Put the things that you know, all your to-do lists, just set it aside for a moment. You know, sometimes when you're really quiet, sometimes it takes just closing your eyes. I like to. I have to have a focal point. So that's on my fire. I sit there and just stare into the fire. Look at the coals. Look at the flames dancing on the log. I just get like a clarity of like things that are so important. Really, no, that's really not important. What's really important is this. And then I decide to take an action. It's organizes. I'm organizing my mind is what it's doing, because you go out through the whole busy course of the day. Everything's just jumbled, like stuffed in there. I'm packing everything in there, jumble it up and smack it. And then finally when you get to your destination, just take everything out, organize it, put it in the dresser. Then you organize things the way they need to be. Then you realize what's important, what you need to do. And that's what we call a place of stillness, a place of quietness, a place of non-movement, a place of emptiness, is the depth dimension of the universe. That's the depth dimension. That's where all movement comes from stillness. All sound comes from quietness. All rhythm comes from logic, which is really no rhythm to it. It's just this and this is this. But if you put a feeling, you put a mood behind rhythm, you put a mood behind logic, you put a mood behind rigidity, a mood, then it becomes something flexible, kind of like water dancing in a river, like walking from here to there. Now, but if you walk to a music, you walk to a beat, also now you got dance. So walking turns into dance. Well, it's two completely different things. Well, dancing makes you feel a certain way. Then you got speaking. I'm talking to you right now, but also I don't know if I was singing this to you, man, I can make you cry, I can make you angry, I can make you get on your feet and jump and bounce. Speaking is just one thing, but then also you put music to it. Now I'm singing to it with rhythm, I'm singing to it with feeling and emotion. See, there's a big difference. But where does it all come from? Movement, speaking. It all comes from an empty place. It comes from an empty canvas. A book first is written with an empty space, a bunch of empty pages. You can't have words without an empty page to write on. If everyone, if you have a big room that's full of people speaking and everyone's yelling and talking and music's going, and then I'm sitting there standing next to you trying to talk to you, you can't hear a word I'm saying because it's too loud. And every sound gets lost. You can't determine one sound from the next because it's too loud. So speaking really comes from quietness, is that place of nothing. Then you can hear the word. So when you meditate and when you pray and when you just calm yourself, go to that place of stillness, go to that place of quietness. You alone, no other. You can't. It has to be you alone in a dark room. I like to have something to focus my attention on, just so I can. It's just hard to, when I close my eyes. It's hard to do. Sometimes just closing your eyes, your mind starts to wander, which is okay. Just bring it back to the focal point. Bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to the center point, if you will, just the quietness. But to me, when I sit out by the fire, I just stare into the fire. And then at least I got kind of something to focus on that's not really grabbing my attention, but it's something to just kind of hold my attention, I guess. I can just kind of slow my thoughts per second, my TPS, bring my thoughts per second down. My mind is calm. Takes me about 15 minutes. I can just calm my mind. Almost that place you kind of want to fall asleep, but don't fall asleep. Keep your awareness. Your breathing gets regular. You have your in-breath. You start breathing slow, longer, deeper breaths. And your mind immediately, your mind starts organizing. You feel calm. Maybe not at first, but you'll start feeling calm. Everything will, if you got a lot of stuff going on, maybe sometimes being quiet, all that stuff comes to surface, all the dirty, cluttered mind, all that stuff comes to surface. Well, that's the point. You get all that stuff needs to come out. It just lets you know the things you need to work on, lets you know the things that need to be addressed. That's the point. But once you start addressing them, once you start dealing with them, pretty soon there's nothing left. You're just in this calm, blissful, peaceful, empty, quiet space, which leaves room for clarity. It leaves room for intuition. It leaves room for new ideas. And then you start to see that anything that you choose to do with a little work is possible. And I want to leave with that. Love you all. Have a good night. Be strong and just keep to the fight. Keep the fight. Keep the nose of the grindstone, and just know that you're not alone. Take care. See you on the next one.